Master Paul from Freshwater Diver. Scoat Tarn above Wastwater. It's a major challenge to get up here. It's one of the toughest I've been on, and I wasn't diving it, I was filming it. So just to give you your bearings on where we are, we're about 2/3 of the way down Wastwater. This is the car park and the path leading up to Scoat Tarn, as indicated. So as you drive down, the car park is on your left hand side. Cattle grid ahead, the sign, and I guess that spiky mountain in front makes for a good landmark. Okay, describing this walk as concisely as possible, you're heading uphill for about 3/4 of a mile all the way up. It starts with boggy, spongy ground which is sapping the strength out of your legs. It's awful stuff to walk on. Turns into boulder field, which is very rubbly, so you'll need to watch where you're placing every foot. And it'll probably take you about an hour to an hour and a half to get to the top of this. We actually stopped halfway up to take a swig or two of water. We're carrying about 2.5 litres each, and then we had a further stop at the top, although I wouldn't quite call it the top because it still goes uphill but nothing like as steep, and then levels off, and you'll have that for quite some distance, maybe about 2 miles, 2.5 miles. The path does improve at the top there, so walking's quicker and you cover more distance. I am quite aware that if I had dive gear with me, I'd be about 15 kilos, perhaps 20 kilos heavier than carrying all the camera equipment, especially that tripod which was 6 kilos. You do have good firm ground, so everything's fine. Don't wander off the path, it goes boggy and saps the strength. We'd done that once or twice when we lost the path, in fact. Quite difficult to track it in some places, but the mountain curves around to your right, and you're going to be carrying on around that. Eventually you'll see some hillside in front of you. You do have to go up that, unfortunately. The unfortunate bit I'm talking about is where that helicopter, which will appear in a few moments, going across the mountain top, carrying, I believe it's rocks probably, for conservation work, path building, but where that helicopter's flown over, that looks as if the tarn, it looks as if the tarn's over there. Unfortunately, it's not. You've got to carry on and then up another area that looks like this, and then you find the tarn. Now this is the last uphill struggle, and I've marked this with the yellow chevron, although I should correct myself here because it's more to the left, guys and girls. You'll see a stream coming down, just simply follow that stream and it'll bring you right onto the tarn. Having climbed that first hilly bit where we thought the tarn was going to be, we had a look round behind us, and in the far distance, the far mountain, that's where Wastwater lies. So you can see by the white arrows just how far we've come. We have covered about 3 miles now, and it's taken us about 5 hours to get here. That 5 hours does include a number of stops on the way. Okay, all about Scoat Tarn, out of the logbooks of Barry Graham and Robin Fawcett. Thanks, buds. Barry and Robin both started at Netherbeck Bridge and basically followed the Netherbeck stream. They tell us that the tarn lies below Red Pike and contains many large boulders. I can confirm that. One of the tips that Barry and Robin have here is not to take your weights, but take goodie bags and fill those with rocks. During the dive, neither of them saw any life in there. There was no fish or reptilians or anything. Visibility was good at 7 meters, and the maximum depth that they could find was at 15.2. You'll notice that they've given us some photographs, so do click on the drop down menu at the top of the page there, take a look at their photos. You'll find it's quite a small cylinder that they're using, and in particular notice they're not wearing their dive suits, they're just in shorts. The suits are actually being carried in the backpacks. Barry and Robin closed their report by stating, all in all, a very nice dive and well worth the walk. Thank you very much, Barry Graham and Robin Fawcett. I'm quite sure all divers will be amazed at your achievement here. Well done, guys. There are some additional observations I can make on the Tarn. The first being life in the Tarn. There are fish in there. We've seen quite a few jumping on the surface in May. I don't know what type of fish they are, but maybe someone's going up there sometime in the near future. They can let me know. There's also reptilians. We've seen the common newts running around under rocks, and there are also frogs out here, so possibly toad as well. Anyway, I'm quite sure Barry and Robin were disappointed not to see any of this wildlife that's out there. So there are still mysteries in this town. We don't know what type of fish these are, and if there's common newt, there may be great crested newt. So there's a great atmosphere of adventure here, and to dive where no bird has dived before, and quite possibly see what no bird has seen before. Thank you for watching this video. This is Webmaster Paul for Freshwater Diver signing off. Thank you.